Justin Picker back with you again. Just wanted to kind of go back to basics on this one on why do people invest in property. So there's a multitude of reasons on people, why they would invest, but just kind of highlight some of the top reasons of why they want to do that. First thing would be obviously is buying an asset. So buying things like cars and iPhones and stuff like that, things that are depreciating assets over time. Where you buy it for 20 grand now and then the car's only worth 5 grand in 4 years time, that's a depreciating asset. So real estate is considered an appreciating asset. If we look at kind of statistics there, and depending on which property that you look at, if you're buying a property for 200,000, in that 5 years time, is it going to be worth 250, 300, whatever the case is? Or if it's buying something for 700,000, when's it going to be worth $1 million, as an example, depending on which market that you look in. But that's kind of one reason there is wanting to buying an asset, an appreciating asset. It's the first thing. Second thing as well is it's a tangible asset. So a bit different to your shares and your stocks and your crypto and those type of things. It's something physical that you can actually have the control over. So if you want to do a renovation, you want to live in it, you want to rent it out, it actually gives you a lot more power to determine and dictate on which way you want to go with that. Second thing, obviously, is looking to build that long-term wealth. So it'd be great if we had properties that you buy for 100 grand and they go to $1 million overnight, like in the crypto space or shares, which is a lot more volatile and risky. Definitely see property as it's definitely long-term, more of a safer option though. So if you're kind of looking to spread your investments and diversify a bit, property is definitely kind of the safest option that I would kind of see in that type of things. Not really huge in the crypto and shares and those type of things, so you might have to chat to someone else about that. But when it comes to property, definitely more of a long-term safe game there as well. The other thing is you're going to get a rental income from that property. So when you get the rent, you're obviously looking to cover your expenses and mortgage and ideally pay it off over time, or you can leverage that property into bigger and better things. So we see examples of where people buy houses for 300,000, 2 years later it's worth 450. They then go back to that property, top up that loan, get 50, 60K equity out, and then reinvest that into more property, or they might do a renovation on their own home or whatever it is. But these properties that you're looking at should be stepping stones to get you to your long-term goal. So, if we're getting our stepping stones of first property, leveraging the second, third, fourth, continually growing the portfolio, and then maybe you might get to 10 or 15 properties, and then retire some of that debt down and create that passive income because all the mortgages are paid off, and then you've got that rental income to set you up for life, as an example. Or you might use any surplus rental income to pay for a car loan or whatever it is. Once you've got those assets secured for your dream car, entirely up to you. So rental income is one thing there as well. The other one is the capital growth. So really looking for your capital growth there to really kind of help with growing the portfolio, where ideally we want to get the markets doing the heavy lifting for you. So really, again, that's what property investing is all about, is the markets do the heavy lifting, so that when they go from 300,000 to 500,000 or 600,000, and if you had 10 properties of those, that went from 3 million to 6 million, that equity is what you've gained from just holding the property. So it's more of a long-term play that you're looking at, but overall, people want to invest in property for these particular reasons. And then obviously the third, one of the real big reasons as well is, leaving a legacy and passing that on to your kids. So that, when you retire, you might live off a passive income, but then when you leave this world or whatever happens, we're getting a bit deep, but you can leave a physical asset, that they can either use themselves. They can live in the property, they can rent it out, they can sell it, or whatever it is. But being in the market, letting the market doing the heavy lifting, is really what property investing is all about. So if you need a hand, you want to devise a bit of a strategy or a plan or the best way to go, look, definitely feel free to get in touch. There's multiple ways we can look at this, and as I said, everyone's financial scenario and goal is always going to be different. So feel free to have a chat with me. We do this stuff day in, day out, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Cheers.